It's a beautiful Friday and it's a good Friday. Welcome to the program 360 Sports on Trust TV. I'm Emmanuel Fashemi. We have a lot of stories for you this morning, but I will not be doing this alone. I have my guest with me, Choma Ezekwesili, a sports enthusiast. Choma, welcome on the show.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Happy Good Friday.
All right, let's move straight to our first story this morning, where Nigeria dropped from 35th to 40th position in latest FIFA ranking. And in the top 10 for the FIFA rankings, we have Morocco staying 11th in the Morocco staying 11th position in the world, and then Senegal coming second on 18th position, Tunisia on 3rd position, ranked 28th in the world, Algeria ranked 35th in the world, Egypt taking Nigerian place moved to 35th position in the world, where they are ranked the best 4 team in Africa, and Nigerian going down to 40th position in the world, and then 6th in Africa, Cameroon in that 42 in the world, Cote d'Ivoire 45th in the world, Burkina Faso 50th in the world, and then Mali 53rd in the world. Chairman, if you look at it, our FIFA ranking has actually dropped from our usual position, and now we are occupying the 40th position in the world, and then we are ranked 6th in Africa. What does it really mean for Nigerian football?
This is supposed to be a wake-up call for us. In the first place, we didn't even qualify for the World Cup. We're supposed to have done a lot of changes, but I don't think we actually did anything to that aspect, to the extent that Guinea-Bissau came here and still beat us. So to me, I feel Nigerian football, they need to restructure, rechange, they need to go out there and get more people, because they are not even using the ones we have, the good players we have. So I think that they need to go into the Nigerian football system and start from the beginning. We need to go back to the drawing table. We need to do a lot of work. For Nigeria not to qualify for the World Cup, we saw this coming, that we're going to drop. If we're hoping that we'll remain top, come on.
If we're hoping that we remain top, but
top in Africa, no.
If you look at it, in the 90s, after the USA '94, Nigeria was ranked 5th in the world. But as it stands right now, I believe from France '90, after Atlanta '96, our football started dying. You made mention of restructuring. In what aspect can we actually restructure? Is it administratively? Is it that the kind of coaches we are getting? Or in which area do we actually need that restructure?
Everything. But first, we'll start from the administrator. You can't have good players if they're not happy. How are they going to put their best foot forward? So they need to start with the administration first, then get to the coaches. So if your behind the scenes is looking good, then outside is going to be great. So I think that we need to go deep into the system. I'm sure, because right now we have a lot of qualified young youths outside playing ball on the streets. So I'm sure if we have the good people to go out there to scout for the good players, home-based players, let's leave the international players out for now. If we have a way to get a good people to get out there to scout for young players, train them, develop them, get them to this stage. Because if you're going back way in 1994, the likes of J.J. Okocha, Kanuanko, Amunike, they all started from the root here. They were all playing here. I'm sure I don't know how they got it, because my dad used to part one of the people that played, but everybody's leg is not the same.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I grew up watching them play. We always had dinners with them in night before every match they have in Nigeria. The one match I remember was the one they played against Morocco, where they had Mustafa El Hadji Morocco.
Yeah, Haji.
Everybody was scared about Mustafa El Hadji. And the team, they had this dinner. Amunike, Olise, was Taribo West.
Taribo West, yeah.
They had this unity in the team, even with the coach. Like, they told them, see, Mustafa is just one guy. Nigeria can deal with him, like the whole team. There was unity. I'm not seeing that today, not in Nigerian football.
Okay, at some point, I'm of the opinion that rankings don't play football. But if you look at one of the biggest shift right now is Morocco, ranked 11th in the world, and then first in Africa. What can we actually, how can we actually emulate what Morocco has done? Because they have what is called a 10-year football plan, and we saw the results in the last World Cup. So how can we actually take up from them and then use that same pattern in our own football down here?
Going by what Morocco did in the World Cup, I mean, they were in a group with Belgium and Croatia, and they came out top. Right now, I don't think Nigeria has what it takes to actually do that. That is in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't think we have what it takes to do that. So we need to, like I said, get back to the drawing table. I don't know how the Nigerian Federation, the football works. I don't know if they talk among themselves internationally and stuff. But they need to start talking. They need to start having meetings. They need to start, even if it's to send someone there, like in different countries, send someone to Morocco, send someone to Tunisia, send someone to Algeria, just watch, take a look at how it goes behind the scenes. Then come back, report the same, then see what we can take, see what we can learn, see how we can develop from what's going on out there. Because when they are bringing one person, when they bring one person and every person just has one idea that is not working, I don't know if they are willing to actually be open to every other ideas. So I think we need to have scouts. We need to have people just go around other football countries, take a look at what's going on there.
Take a look at what
move forward from there.
And move forward from there. All right, like you said, we should just go around, take a look at what Morocco is doing and other countries of the world, and then we can move forward from there. Let's move away from the African top 10 teams and head straight to Ondo State, where Ondo State government is ready to sell Sunshine Stars and Sunshine Queens, the two state-owned football clubs, that is the male and the female team. Now, Ondo State government wants to move, let me say, take a very big and giant steps where they want to privatize the state football club, that is Sunshine Stars FC, and then the Sunshine's Queen FC. What does that really stand for? Ondo State football, and then let me say Nigeria at large.
If that will make them do better, by all means, he can go ahead and do it. We're all for progress. We're all for whatever means that get us to come out well. The ways we managed so far, it's not been yielding. So if now you're selling it and you feel privatizing this football club is going to have more, maybe more pay, more severance packages, more, equipment, like just if the sale is going to boost them and they are going to do well, then by all means, and if it works for them, Nigeria can as well adopt.
Nigeria can as well adopt that style. I think NFF President Ibrahim Gusso and his board members are listening to you, Chairman, right about now. They should also emulate what Ondo State government is doing, and then every other club side in Nigeria. But let's look at it this way. Now, if you look at Nigerian clubs, we don't really have those who are actually sponsoring these clubs. Apart from this time around, okay, Remo Stars and then Rivers United. Now, let me say Ondo State government have thought it wise to actually take this step. Now, what can other clubs in Nigeria do to, attract these sponsors to themselves?
I think they need to upgrade our football league, the MPFL, right?
Yeah.
They need to actually, we are not even at the level of, if I know Premier League is 5, I'm going to 5 if I say Premier League. The league in South Africa.
South African League?
Yeah. We are not at that level. How many youths, how many of us today can confidently call the teams in the MPFL? It's not well marketed. A lot of people don't watch it. I, for one, I had a brother who once went through the Rangers, so I used to watch Rangers. But then, that was quite a long time ago. So I think we need to upgrade our NPFL. We need to invest more in it. I don't know how they're going to get it out there so that our big people with the big money will say, like someone in England, an actor bought a small football team.
Yes, of course.
Exactly. We can do that here. We have, the who, the who. We have them. They can actually take interest in these clubs. But first, they need to know what they are taking interest in. They need to know if their money is going to yield something. So if these clubs can find a way to repackage their team, upgrade their team, get their players that good, make the NPFL watchable, like the way we sit and watch the EPL, the La Liga, the Serie A, let's sit and discuss the NPFL. Let's sit and discuss it. And then, I want to be able to say, okay, Rangers did this, Canopilas did this, like, with joy, but...
With joy. I think we will get there. Let's leave Ondo State government with that very big move. And I hope that move yields results for the state and then Nigeria at large. Let's leave that story and head straight to CAF, the continent of Africa, where CAF executive committee members have agreed to Morocco's FIFA World Cup bid. Now, Morocco is actually pulling a giant strides in Africa and then in the world. CAF now has thrown their weight behind Morocco hosting the World Cup in 2030. How does that sound for you?
Very happy. I'll be very happy if they actually do it. South Africa did it 2010. It was awesome. To me, that's one of the best World Cups I've actually seen. The performance, the whole setting was good. So Qatar blew us out of the mind. Like, we didn't expect. We know Qatar was going to do something good, but not as good as they did. So with the kind of leg Morocco pulled in the World Cup, I think if they have what it takes to host the World Cup, it will be very good for the African continent.
It will be very good for African continent. We did it in 2010, where South Africa actually hosted the whole world in 2010, and it was a beautiful and where Spain actually won the World Cup and went away with it. All right, let's move away from Morocco. We just wish them well, and then FIFA should just look inward and then give them the hosting right for 2030 World Cup. Though they are not hosting alone, they are hosting alongside with Portugal, Spain. I think it's a joint World Cup bid. Let's head straight to Friday fixtures, where we have some matches that will be coming up in NNL. That is the second tier league for Nigeria. NNL. We have we have it on the screen right about now. In the Northern Conference, we have Hyper Bulls against EFCC of Abuja and Zamfara United taking on Malun Fashi FC. And then in the Southern Conference, big one, we have Ikorodu City tackling Madiba FC. Those are the fixtures for today in NNL. And then let's head straight to the European fixtures, where we also have some fixtures in Europe right about now. But quickly, before we head straight to European features, the NNL has actually this is match day 4 for NNL. Now EFCC is of Abuja. We don't have any team in the MPFL from FCT. Though in the women's league we have Nigeria Test that is playing their trade in the NWFL, but for the men's league we don't have any. Now we have quite a number of men's team in FCT, but none in the MPFL. What can they actually do to get that goal, to see a team from the FCT playing the top tier league of Nigeria?
Go out and scout for more players. Go out and look out for people that are playing properly. I see football somewhere around my kids' school. There's this tournament they host all the time. Sometimes I just park my car there and I watch. These guys are good. Water FC is their name. I don't know if they are listening or something.
Yes. Yeah,
they are literally good. And why are these guys not playing? But I'm not in Nigerian politics, so I can't see.
Yeah,
I just know that they need to go out there. There are a lot of these tournaments going on around in Nigeria. So I think they need to put their ears to the ground and find out, because we have talents. We have talent in this country, to be honest. We have talent. My dad is 60, my dad still plays football, and he's very good at it. We have talent, so they need to go out there.
Okay, a quick take on you with this. EFCC will be going do away to Hyper Bulls. What's your score line? Because EFCCs are on the FCT, so what's your score line?
So I'm going to honestly say that I've actually not seen them play, But since you are guessing, I'm going to say Hyperboost will edge AFCC out by 2-1.
All right, Hyperbulls, we have edge EFCC 2-1. Let's head straight to the European fixtures, where we have Sevilla taking on Celta Vigo in the La Liga, and then we have Salernitana, that is in the Italian Serie A, playing Inter Milan. Then Lecce playing Napoli. Then we have AC Milan tackling Empoli, and then Lens of France, both in Ligue 1, will be playing Strasbourg. Now let's take the match one after the other. Sevilla, Celta Vigo. Sevilla has not really been fantastic this season in the league.
Yes, they haven't. They've fallen far from the Sevilla that used to be on the fourth on the table every season, in and out. They are fourth, but I can't tell what's going on with Sevilla right now. They were always a team to watch. They were a team like playing Sevilla is like playing the likes of Atletico Madrid, and they were at that level where you say this is a super Sunday or what super Saturday kind of game. But today, I remember when we had a fixture against Sevilla. I'm a Barcelona fan, so and usually I'm scared that okay, these guys are gonna do something because you have Jesus Navas and everybody there. But when the game against Sevilla came out, I was like, oh, Barcelona is going to beat them. And yeah, we did. We beat them. It wasn't that serious. So I think they too need to actually look through what's going on with them, because they're a big team and they need to get back to the game.
Okay, they need to get back to the game. The second game, that's in the Italian Serie A, we have Inter Milan tackling Salernitana. I think Salernitana is at the bottom of the league. But for Inter Milan, I think, should I say, they are doing the catch, and if you can catch me with Napoli right now. But they will be playing today against Salernitana. And Inter Milan this season, though, has been fantastic. What's your take about that game?
Of course, you know it's going to be a walkover for Inter Milan. It's going to be a walkover for Inter Milan. They will, let me be nice to Salernitana, they're going to floor them. Because, yeah, Inter is good. They have, for some reason, woken up this season. Because Inter is I won't call it one of the big teams in Italy. They were one of the big teams in Italy. Inter and AC Milan, it was always that fight. But for some reason, over the years, they just fell backwards. And now they are back up. So I really hope that this catch me if you can, they are playing with Napoli. I hope this is it, that this is that one season where they take the league.
Where they will take the league. Okay,
yeah,
the
it's
next
been a long time coming.
Yeah, the next game in the Italian Serie A, we have Lecce welcoming Napoli to their home. And Napoli, the league leaders, they are sitting comfortably at the top of the league.
Yeah.
But in today's game, because last weekend they actually lost scandalously to I think Juventus, where they were whooped 4-0 without not even scoring a goal. I don't know, maybe there can be an excuse for Napoli for losing that game. But in today's game against Lecce,
yeah, their top player is not going to be there, Victor Osimhen, right? He won't be there, so they'll win the game.
how sure
They'll
are
win
you?
the game. It's Napoli that they lost against Juventus. It's Juventus. It's the old lady. Like, you don't expect. Yes, they've not been awesome since Ronaldo left, but for some reason, I feel Napoli is a big team. They are going to win this game. Are we going to come back here and I will tell you I said so, right?
Okay,
They're
yeah.
going to beat that.
Okay, Jama has said it all that Napoli, but don't forget that they are no longer minnows in football. If some big teams can get the shocking of their life, then you know anything is possible. And then another Italian Serie A game is AC Milan playing Empoli. I beg your pardon, it was AC Milan that actually beat Napoli last weekend, not Juventus.
Yes.
Now, as it stands, AC Milan is brimming with, in fact, I think a lot of confidence for them to have actually beaten the league leaders. Now playing against let me say, a mid-table team, Empoli. Can AC Milan actually get the job done at their stadium?
Yes, they can. I believe they can. AC Milan has a thing. They are very good at home. They have this home advantage always working for them. Like this season, I don't know how many games they've played home or how many they've lost home, but I watched them. And I watched their star player, their number 9, was a former Arsenal guy, yes.
Giroud.
Yes. he went to AC Milan and he woke up over again. So for some reason, I believe he has given that AC Milan the hope that they are going to get back to who they used to be.
Who they used to be for AC Milan. And then the last game there is going to be Strasbourg, that is in the Ligue 1, tackling Lens in Ligue 1. But Ligue 1 this season with PSG, though they are topping, but it has not really been rosy there. But for Lens and Strasbourg, Lens is actually pulling strides, want to get that European qualification as it stands right now. Can they get the better side of Strasbourg?
They can if they are willing to. But like you said, anything happens in football, a small team can come from somewhere and floor you. So, but I'm putting my money on Lens. They will beat Strasbourg.
They will beat Strasbourg.
Confident.
All right, let's go straight up to Chelsea, where Chelsea is actually eyeing a summer move for Portugal Benfica striker Goncalo Ramos. Goncalo Ramos, a fantastic player, shown like a million stars in the World Cup. And now Chelsea, after signing Endo Hernandez from Benfica, now they are going for another player, playing his trade with Benfica. Now, will Goncalo Ramos fit into Chelsea style? Though we can say Lampard is already there right now to see them to the end of the season, for the remaining matches of the season. Can this guy fit into Chelsea's style?
At this point, I really don't think so. Most players that come from the other leagues into the Premier League, not all of them do as well as we expect. The ones who do, like Erling Haaland, Aguero, they are awesome, like they are good. But Chelsea has João Felix in front. They have Sterling. They have Madueke. They have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, though a bit old. They have not used the multitude of talent they have. So if you ask, honestly, I don't know how he's going to fit in. I don't think so. I think Chelsea needs to get their drawing table out, get their players up and running. They have a lot of talent in Chelsea. Adding extra people when you've not utilized the ones you have. I don't know how that's going to work, but it doesn't hurt to try. He can come.
Okay, let's look at Chelsea inwardly. Now they are occupying the 11th position in the Premier League. Now it has not really been working for Chelsea. This is not the Chelsea we know under Mourinho of those days. This is not the Chelsea under Conte and the likes. But how can Chelsea now, the appointment of Frank Lampard as the interim manager, can Lampard actually use these players they have right now to turn things around for the remaining matches of the season? They are still in the Champions League. Let's not forget that.
And they are playing Real Madrid.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Lampard's second season in Chelsea. I want to believe that if he really wants to keep his job, he has to think out of the box. Because Premier League is not business as usual anymore. I mean, Arsenal is on top of the league. When last did Arsenal do that? Leicester City won the league in 2016, and right now they're almost on the 19th on the, Premier League is not business as usual. So Lampard is not going to, I don't think he's going to come back with the same old system, old mentality he had. I believe he has gone out there to get one or two experiences. So right now, you and I know he's not going to edge past Real Madrid. Home and away.
How sure are you?
Because Real Madrid is on another level. I'm not a Madrid fan, but Real Madrid is on another level in the Champions League. It's like they are two different spirits, one for the La Liga and one for the Champions League. So I mean, you saw them against Liverpool.
Okay, with the signings, let's look at the signing of João Felix for Chelsea, and then Endo Hernandez. These are the two, let me say, the two big stars they actually recruited. Now it has not really gelled for those two, and then the likes of Fofana and the rest of them. With Lampard coming in, because Lampard was there, and right now Mason Mount, one of his best players while he was there, is unsettled. Does that mean that right now Messi Mount is going to stay back, because there have been rumors of him leaving Chelsea? Will he stay back at Chelsea to play under Lampard, or he's going to make that move at the end of the season? And then Lampard came out to make a statement yesterday that he's hoping to get the job permanently. With Todd Boehly and this Saudi Arabia man, would they want to put hand on their chest and say, okay, we are giving you this job permanently?
They will do that only if their result is, if Lampard gets a good result. But who are we to judge? I mean, Chelsea has fired coaches that have won them the Champions League, so it's not new. But I haven't seen the performance from Endo Fernandez and João Felix. They have not done so well recently. So I hope that Lampard is going to come back with a young players mentality and get them to work. So Lampard is, I believe he will do better than Graham Potter.
Yeah, Lampard will do better than Graham Potter. That is the size of the show this morning on 360 Sports. Thank you, Choma, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I am Emmanuel Fashemi.